Truly inspiring tastes often come from tucked away hidden little places. New knowledge is based down from old stocks, shaping food traditions and crafting. The culinary civilization of the Chinese people. Many don't know that behind this experience is a conversation with time and a connection to microbes, cultivating a knowledge of change and movement. Is what you see beyond what you imagined? Let's open the door between the microscopic world and gastronomic arts and embark to uncover nature's transformations. In a few days, it will be the winter solstice. Daytime temperatures in the Altai region are below minus 35 degrees Celsius. Bahati Bieka and his brother are driving over 300 sheep to the winter pasture.
Herding is different in the summer and winter. In the winter, snow falls and the sheep hurry along. If the sheep sweat, they easily get sick at night.
It's 80 kilometers between the autumn and winter pastures. It doesn't sound so far, but with the sheep in tow, it's a 3-day journey.
I started herding at the winter pasture with my dad in 2000. I was 16 years old. Back when I was in school, our home was near the mountains.
In the chilling cold wind, all beings instinctively seek warmth and fullness. On the other side of Ulungur River, the terrain is gentle, and the wind and snow softer. The flock has finally reached a grassland miraculously not buried by snow. Now, the shepherds will spend 4 rugged months here. The first event after settling in is the annual winter slaughter. This is the most important winter pasture event for Kazakh herders. And it's a traditional rite of passage, one of that every Kazakh boy must undergo. A handful of wool is not a certain failure. In the future, far tougher challenges than catching sheep will test young Bai's strength and spirit. Though bred by herders, these resilient Altai horses proudly retain a wild spirit deep within. In a flash, they strike, testing speed and skill. It's a contest between man and nature, and the Kazakh art form few outsiders ever witnessed firsthand. Finally, the government-issued winter shelter has arrived. Young Ba is curious about the house dropping from the sky. But he's more excited for the special yurt that rises every winter at the heart of their gathering. It's a vast space 3 meters high. Air vents show that this space isn't for living. For Kazakh nomads, yurts like this are compact cold storage. They live at the winter pasture for 4 months. The average temperature is minus 30 degrees Celsius. Baha's families almost entirely relies on meat for energy. Eating horse meat is a tradition for the Kazakh people. A horse can produce about 500 pounds of meat, as much as 6 sheep. Now in his twilight years, the elderly father, Nuer Mulati, is the most experienced in processing winter meat. While the meat is still warm, it is sprinkled with salt to cure. This is the most common Chinese method of preservation.
2 slabs with 12 ribs each. 2 ribs per group. Yes, just the right size for the intestines. 12 ribs neatly aligned. This is ideal for preparing dishes.
The prime ribs and sinewy cuts, rich with fat and flavor. Intestines dress the ribs in a coat, keeping it all the rich juice and fat. The ribs match the intestines in length. Altogether, the ribs are as long as the intestines. The meat and the intestines are placed on the rack, giving the family confidence for the winter ahead. Mir Guli, the matriarch, is in charge of feeding the family. The feast after the winter slaughter relies on her cooking skills.
Despite our simple life, my husband and I work very hard so that we can live better lives. I hope all goes well at the winter pasture.
A meaty feast begins as the tabanan is taken out of the oven with eager hands. Kurdak, Mir Guli's specialty dish, is meat cooked in sheep tail fat. Just before serving, onions are added, releasing the aromas of spice, fat, and meat. Horse meat kurdak is a rare special treat, only made during the winter slaughter. At the winter pasture, vegetables are more precious than meat. Mom specially prepared lamb leg with potatoes for a little Baha, a dish filled with warmth and motherly love.
Honestly, my biggest wish is to open a big restaurant.
After this fresh meat feast, they'll rely on the yurt stocks to get through the harsh winter ahead with unwavering spirit. Extreme cold approaches minus 50 degrees, turning the water inside the cells to ice. The cold suppresses the microbes and enzymes, naturally preserving the meat in the small, humble storage area for weeks. Saxaul and cypress are burned inside the yurt, smoking the meat for 3 to 4 hours each day for an entire month. It both accelerates the drying process and gives the meat a light smokiness. On warm, sunny days, Mir Guli treks to clean snowfields where the sheep never graze to collect snow for water. Now, the horse intestines have finished curing. The intestines have become a translucent casing. The meat, bones, and yellow fat sealed inside are slowly drawn out by the boiling snowmelt, melding into a fragrant steaming broth. Noodles are cooked directly in the broth. The taut casing is peeled away, and the meat and fat are sliced from the bone. This unique flavor is the family's winter source for warmth and strength.
During the annual transition, my wife is always with me. Sometimes unexpected things happen, so we stay with each other and get through hard times together.
This traditional yurt grants courage in the fight against the bitter cold. Though only a temporary stop, the roots of hope take hold. In this harsh environment, the Chinese gift for preservation has been passed down for generations, transforming rare flavors drawn from nature.
The top net needs to be drawn in a little.
By Halong Lake, where waterways run together, almost every household has a fish pond. Yi Jibing has been raising this fish for over 2 years. Entering the 12th lunar month, it's finally time to unbox.
This fish weighs over 40 pounds.
Come on, let's compare their sizes. Oh, it's a big one.
The temperature is now close to 0 degrees. Despite 5 days of lake winds, the fish meat is not completely dehydrated, but it's still ready for the next stage of fish preservation. The small building by the fish pond has no windows. Inside, it's less than 5 square meters, but it's a secret weapon of taste. The smoke and the heat flow through the entire smokehouse, removing the remaining moisture from the fish and imparting a smoky flavor deep within. After 5 days, the fish is transformed, glossy as wax and red as fire. Rich aromas of rice, fish, browning, and barbecue are far more than just regular smoking of fish. In Hunan, fire brings life to winter, curing almost everything the land provides. The old fishers of Dongting Lake bring in the new year in time-honored fashion with over 10 pounds of thick-cut cured fish paired with cured pork without any garnish or seasoning. It's the most authentic memory of the lake area. Smoky flavors were born from drying and curing process, dehydrating and drying are age-old culinary traditions. Historical records as early as the Western Zhao mentioned the profession of meat curers. In the transformation of fresh to cured, we see before us that wonderful aromas often stem from changes in the microscopic world. Take a guess. What is this? I'll give you a hint. It's related to a type of fruit. In Neijiang in November, a thin mist lingers over the sunny day. But there's one color which stands out clearly in the cold backdrop of winter. At this moment, they are plump and clad in red robes. The Chuanhong tangerine, the oldest variety of citrus in China, has been cultivated for over 2,000 years. Long-term storage of this fruit requires the teamwork of time and the sun. As the peel dries, a vivid transformation begins, one that speaks of nature's quiet alchemy. Fibers tighten, oil glands awaken, releasing a unique fragrant aroma. This is the unexpected delight of drying. A fleeting spark of their aroma can be found in many Sichuan dishes, lingering long enough to awaken the senses. Compared to mellow and rounded Guangdong tangerines, Sichuanese peels have a more refreshing aroma, a hint of orange, and a subtle bitterness. Dance lightly among the fire and heat of Sichuanese cooking. Outline the unique flavor of dried tangerine peel. Savory, sweet, spicy, sour, fresh, fragrant, a touch of aged fruit takes the classic Guaiwei flavor to the next level in awakening the palate. Sichuanese people use dried tangerine peels to enhance flavor. In some places, dried foods take center stage on the dining table.
Sea bass, Mo? Is this really sea bass,
It's sea
Mo?
bass.
It's sea bass? How much per pound?
42 per pound.
42. Okay.
In Hong Kong, this long and narrow old street holds over more than 100 dried goods shops, most passed down through generations.
I have been working here for 73 years.
Starting with my dad, we have done this for 60 years. Till today.
Seafood Street isn't an official name, it's a locally accepted nickname. Its history dates back to the late Qing dynasty when Hong Kong first opened as a port. The seafood trade was one of the main businesses of Guangzhou's 13 Hongs. As time progressed, the variety of dried goods at Seafood Street has gradually increased. In bustling Hong Kong, this street moves slow, filled with rich aromas that cling to the air like memory.
This job is really flexible and easygoing.
Drying extends the life of seafood flavor and preserves it, a wisdom Chinese have refined over centuries, enhancing flavor and bolder texture and transforming taste in the tiniest of spaces. Cantonese people call dried fish ma fa gao. It's a crucial ingredient in making Guangdong soups. Fa gao locks in the fish's natural flavor and deepens with age. No matter the quality of the fish maw, each piece must be soaked to return to life.
The soaking time for each kind of seafood is different. Fish maw is better when soaked with ginger and scallions.
In 80 degrees ginger scallion water, fa gao slowly unfolds. An overnight soak in ice water returns its suppleness and locks in its nutrients. No longer dried, and with over 80% collagen, brings back its radiance, imparting a rich, elastic tenderness. Loaded with fresh and delicious flavors, it's stewed in a water bath for 4 hours. This is comfort food for late-night souls. A city song impossible to silence through the passage of time. From fresh to dry, the dry preserves the fresh. In the passage of time, we have become apprentices of nature, decoding the secrets of food preservation. In the smallest spaces, with nature as a guide, Chinese ingenuity sparked by chance found the key to a new dimension: microbes.
Master Zhou!
Yes!
I want to buy some tofu.
Okay.
Your tofu is very delicious. His family has been running the tofu shop for several generations now.
This Valley Tofu Factory is hidden in a corner of the village.
Buy a bit more next time,
Yes,
okay?
I will. I want soy pulp. It's really good.
You're right, they're good. But there's not
Oh, yeah,
much.
you should
That's
make
about
more.
it. Okay, see you next time.
Okay, thank you.
You have to order in advance or pull some strings, right? Master Zhou set some aside for us. That's the only way we can get any. Save some for me, all right?
He's the only one who knows how. He can do it. He's a master, you know.
The Valley Tofu Shop's hidden gem is on limited sale for the first 3 months of winter, though the owner's joy is limitless. At Joe's, the most sought-after item isn't fresh tofu, but one of its byproducts. And it's also the reason why he peels his soybeans.
Unpeeled soybeans are just rough. They don't taste good cooked. They're better peeled and mushy, soft and tasty. Since I was young, my father made tofu. I learned from him.
The family's tofu craft spans 3 generations, so it comes naturally for Joe. 3 years ago, Joe had surgery and can't strain his back anymore. These clever, lever-based tools are all his inventions. There's a reason for the birth of every master. Optimism and eagerness to learn are Joe's winning formula. The shop's signature dish uses the pulp left over from Joe's consistent tofu pressing.
I figured out soy pulp on my own. My father didn't make much of it when he made tofu, because he couldn't get it right. You can't make soy pulp like me, by just doing it once and giving up. A lot of times you will fail. If it's too hot, it burns, and if it's too cool, it's no good either. It won't dry out.
Stripped of glory, humbled in stillness, soy pulp is reborn, changing worthless scraps into something impressive and remarkable. Truly, Chinese wisdom quietly shines in the ordinary moments of life. For Zhou Zhongya, cooking the soy pulp until it's totally dry lays the groundwork for the next step.
Still takes some skill, but some things can't be said. And that is experience. Experience gained through exploration.
The current temperature outside is close to 0 degrees centigrade. According to Joe's experience, charcoal can keep the temperature at around 15 degrees. 4 days later, and the surface of the pulp has formed a layer of pale yellow fuzz. This is good, a sign that airborne microbes have taken hold.
Basically now, failures are very, very rare. Normally there are none.
Now, the pulp is a microbe place of battleground. Neurospora crassa is a common fungus in the natural world. It feeds on the soy pulp's high fiber content, and with the right temperature, it produces carotenoids, creating a striking orange-red hue. Outdoors, growth of the red mold is often disrupted by other fungi. In this small temperature-controlled cabin, large populations of high-quality microbes give Joe the opportunity to cultivate a self-sustaining eco-friendly habitat that supports innovation. These microscopic culinary methods aren't derived from textbook theories, and they don't rely on predecessors' experience. Rather, they came in moments of inspiration, taking root and slowly flowering through years of trial. In the village now, he's the only one who can make red soy pulp no machine can match.
Many people across the country order my tofu and soy pulp, or travel long distances just to come and buy it in person. Bamboo Clapper goes TikTok. Let's not talk of other things. My tofu's good, no need to shout. I'm out and about day in, day out. What I love I learn with pride and use until the day I die. All right?
Fermented bean products are rich in free amino acids. Added to fish soup, the fungus-rich flavors are drawn out. These transformed blocks of soy pulp gold have a texture remarkably similar to Spam. Its rich umami surpasses even the fish. But at Zhao's, there's only one way to eat it. Dried chilies and lard are the warmth, grit, and rustic soul of northern Hunan. What bubbles in the old hearth isn't just spicy, savory soy pulp soup. It's a quiet, steady, optimistic way of life.
I am someone who enjoys laughing and being happy. Even if you have no money or food, you can still smile. Smile when you speak.
Through daily cycles of success and failure, we've learned the temperament of microbes and distilled the wisdom of cooking. Countless wonders return to a single point. In Shanzhou, Henan, persimmon vinegar is a daily staple, a faithful companion in every household, offering comfort and nourishment.
Mom, you're back. Just in time to eat. Hot soaked mo.
Is it?
Try it.
Oh, good.
Take a look.
Okay.
Has the corn been harvested?
Yes.
Lu Junhui and her mother-in-law live in a cave home with a courtyard. As frost descent approaches, the busy harvest season is coming to a close.
You must understand this daughter-in-law
Okay.
lives her life out of a wheat husk scoop.
The 7-meter-deep courtyard is part of way of living that dates back 5,000 years of the Yangshao culture. It is now home to 3 generations of Junhui's family.
What? Delivery! Okay.
The design of cave dwellings continues to evolve, but their stable temperature and gentle humidity have remained unchanged. Just like in previous years, Lu Junhui carefully take photos of their peaceful, sun-dappled orchard, a call to her beloved Li Minghui, who is far away.
Mom, after we finish eating, Junhee and I will go pick persimmons.
Regardless of how busy he is, this time each year, Li Minghui asks for leave to visit home. The frost descent is the final solar term of autumn. As day-night temperature swings increase, the fructose begins to crystallize. A white frost forms on the persimmon skin, marking peak sweetness.
Look, after the frost's descent, on its surface, the white on the surface gets bigger and bigger. The natural acetic acid bacteria is what we rely on to make vinegar.
In Song Dynasty, it was the most common method of vinegar making in northern China.
Persimmons fermented for 2 years can still be distilled into alcohol, but not vinegar, not yet. This is where skill makes all the difference. Expert turning is required for authentic vinegar.
As the bubble inside the tank slows down, Li Minghui knows it's time to turn the persimmons. The process of turning is a step in brewing. Wheat straw is added and the whole batch of fragrant mixture is thoroughly turned by hand. Impurities are absorbed and filtered, and the vinegar contacts the air, speeding up fermentation and building several layers of aroma.
It must be turned 9 times, followed by a year of sunning and cave storage. When the vinegar is clear, the texture and the flavor are the best.
Vinegar comes from the process of brewing. The history of Chinese vinegar goes back over 3,000 years. Of the 5 tastes, sour is first. It's not just its age that matters, but its unique power to awaken taste.
This rice vinegar from Old Beijing is made with solid-state fermentation. Its flavor is relatively mild, ideal for making sweet and sour and vinegar-seared dishes.
There are certain specific rules to cooking with vinegar. A small scoop of ladle around the edge of the pot at the end, and its fragrance is released instantly, stirring up rich, mouth-watering aromas from the sizzling wok.
The vinegar we use at home is normally 3.5 to 4% acidity. Sweet and sour fish is made with aged vinegar at 6% acidity.
When it comes to vinegar, Shanxi is second to none. Aged vinegar at 6% acidity ferments for 6 to 10 years. In the thick sweet and sour sauce, vinegar imparts not just acidity, but layers of flavor from fermented grains.
Minnan vinegar is actually less sour and leaves a sweet aftertaste.
People in southern Fujian, known for their light, fresh cuisine and have their own standards for vinegar. Yangchun aged vinegar from Guangzhou has a natural sweetness from glutinous rice.
Well, generally, vinegar gently softens the meat fibers, making meat more tender.
Seasoning with vinegar enhances flavor with acidity, expressed differently across regions, and inspiring many dishes that carry vinegar in their names.
Slow down, slow down.
For the Li Minghui family, the brewing season is a time of reunion.
Careful, slow down.
Slow down.
Lu Junhui and her mother-in-law make a meal of dumplings for the family banquet. Now another treasure is about to emerge from the peaceful vinegar vat. As time goes by, a film forms on the surface of the vinegar, gradually thickening until it resembles a slab of fat. Some call it the vinegar robe, others the vinegar cap. Can it be eaten? Simply stated, it's the best part of persimmon vinegar, made of high-quality microbial protein and large amounts of dense cellulose. Cut into strips and tossed, it's hidden delicacy exclusive to cave homes. One deep courtyard, people and space working in harmony with microbes to shape something greater.
To me, it seems like lean meat. It's tangy.
It's just like having cold noodles.
When my mouth feels bland, I drink vinegar. Though I've never tried vinegar robe.
Mom is very happy to have vinegar, you know?
I didn't know.
Mom calls herself the vinegar pot.
We try to harness microorganisms, but they awaken our taste buds. In the microscopic world of fermentation, ingredients transform in endless ways, quietly enriching the Chinese palate with new flavors, subtle textures, and unexpected depth. Shaoxing is a millennial land of prosperity. Time has etched into this city a spirit of Jiangnan grace and boundless charm.
In Shaoxing, you have to try the less cured dishes.
The knowledge of fermented flavors has flowed through this land for 1,000 years. Wang Yaping is one of the few female brewers in Shaoxing. Her favorite flavor comes from a byproduct of rice wine. Rice wine lees usually contain around 10% alcohol. Sweet, fresh, and slightly bitter, already rich in flavor. Salt is added and fermentation continues, creating an even richer and more intense aroma.
3 years. They're the best after 3 years. These lees have aged over time. They're mature.
Seasoned lees aged for 3 years have almost no scent of alcohol, yet they exude a strong smell of fermentation. Shaoxing locals use them to season pork belly in offal, giving them an aged flavor. Apply a thin layer of salt and no spices, cover with gauze, and bury in lees. It takes 10 days for the flavors to fully infuse. But the origin of this story is flavor begins in the height of summer when the air is thick. Shaoxing in August is hot and humid. A lone boat on Jianhu Lake breaks the morning calm. They draw water from the lake and gather herbs from the hills. These are the yearly tasks of the Shaoxing brewers.
Pick the tender ones to dry. Ugh. It's very spicy. This one, the red-stemmed one, is authentic spicy smartweed, the kind we use for brewing.
All the flavors of Shaoxing rice wine are born during the summer month of August. Its flavor DNA begins with spicy smartweed and fermentation starters of Jianhu Lake water and glutinous rice.
There are 3 sisters in our family. I've loved this craft since I was a child. So my father passed it on to me. Just one person is good. Yes, just one person. Keep your heels close to the edge
I'm
of the
staying
frame.
close.
All right, stay close.
The starter is shaped into balls and placed in jars to ferment. Compounds in spicy smartweed fuel an explosion of microbial life. The first transformation of flavor. After 4 months, Shaoxing brewers begin the winter brew. Glutinous rice from the autumn harvest is steamed until fragrant. Afterwards, put into pots with a starter while still hot. This begins the second transformation of flavor. During the intricate 6-month fermentation process, microbes multiply and grow. Breathing warmth and vitality into the rice, each tiny bubble tells the story of fermentation from sour to sweet, then sweet to fragrant, until every grain of protein is fully broken down, transformed into a melody of aroma, completing the mission of the microbes. The leftover lees from pressing rice wine may just be a byproduct, but with proper care, they become a treasure. After another 3 years of fermentation, they transform ordinary meats into divine dishes and flavor packed in just 10 days of marination.
They infuse the meat with a rich, mellow flavor of rice wine while simultaneously reducing any unwanted gaminess.
In Shanghai, 200 kilometers away, rice wine lees take on a different expression. The lees are mixed with rice wine to dissolve, and the Samantha syrup is added for extra sweetness. This method is called wine lees infusion. After one night, its fragrance is just right. Simply cook the ingredients in water and soak in the lees infusion. The seafood stays fresh and briny, vegetable savory and well balanced. And the wet lees add the gentle rounded richness that lingers on the tongue.
Oh, Mom, you made this dish today.
Yes, I made the wine lees infusion today. It's getting hot outside.
It's nice to have in this weather. What do you think?
I just had it this morning.
It's nice.
It's getting hot outside. I should grab a pen and write this down. Okay.
Good, good.
Jotting down cooking notes seems to go beyond the realm of ordinary housewives. At over 80 years of age, Hu Li Mei has over 60 years of experience in the kitchen.
Back then, there were the first generation of female hairdressers and female pilots, right? So I am the first generation of female chefs. This is when I first started at the restaurant at 19 years old. The long braids were inconvenient. I hated long hair, so I cut it off. After that, I had my picture taken again. I had a little fringe. Just like this.
Even though she retired long ago, Hu Li Mei hasn't lost her touch. Her signature dish, still famed far and wide as the perfect companion to her wine lees infusion.
How much for the yellow croaker?
25 yuan per pound. This one doesn't have the belly.
That's fine. I want the one without the belly.
This one's different.
Okay, 2 please, all right?
Okay. Please come again.
Thank you.
Hu Li Mei often volunteers at the community cooking class, teaching others who just love to cook and eat delicious dishes. From the start of her career, she has focused on Shandong cuisine. She has poured her heart into her signature dish, fish slices simmered in lees infusion. After retiring and returning home, Hu Li Mei switched carp for yellow croaker. To her, the tender fish pairs better with a rich lees infusion for a perfectly balanced bite.
So we use egg white and cornstarch to thicken the sauce.
This is just like giving a child a bath.
7,000 delegates went to Beijing, and during that time, it was just us at the stove. 7,000 people and just these few cooks. Pretty amazing. 4 dishes and 1 soup. Simple. Look, this is chestnut meat,
Yes.
right? Women don't have these muscles. Only cooks have these muscles.
Though now it's small stoves and little pots, her muscle memory remains sharp. As pork lard melts over a low flame, the fish slices curl, cooked just to medium. Then comes the lees infusion, sweet and aromatic, with fragrant osmanthus blossoms, bringing a touch of Jiangnan elegance to this northern classic.
The hardest part of Shandong cuisine is the big wok flip. Fish slices in lees infusion, you can't stir it. That's where the flip comes in. You can't scoop it like this. You follow its motion, let it flip naturally, and then softly catch it. That's how you do it.
In the smallest of spaces, endless flavors come to life. As time flows, they bear witness to a changing world. Chinese culinary arts are a grain that holds the universe, a pot that captures the seasons. From micro to macro, do you too have an eye for the very small things? The beauty of food is more than taste alone. In the world beyond vision, the Chinese embrace the great wisdom of living with nature and communing with it.